Hey everybody out there, my name is Dragnix, and this is Saints Row Gat of Hell. This is the 1999 standalone portion of the Saints Row 4 series. It is a bunch of the same elements as Saints Row 4. Here's the thing, I enjoyed Saints Row 4, I had fun with it. And it's got a unique story element that I do like, and I do enjoy the way that they presented it. Again, Saints Row 4 did do a lot for me in terms of humor. And so I think this is good in terms of the content offering. Whether it's worth $19.99 of your dollars, I'm going to show you exactly if it is or not, because I think it is, but again, my values could be different from your values. All right, Johnny Gat and Kenzie are the main protagonists of this game. Well, what happened to the boss? Well, the boss sort of got dragged into Hell, and you followed him. Hell looks a lot like Steelport, doesn't it? Yeah, Hell looks a lot like Steelport. In fact, it is Steelport. Now, there are some additional elements in here in terms of there are new structures, like that cathedral portion over there definitely wasn't there before. But there are some new elements here. But it's basically the same thing with a color palette on that. So if you're expecting an entirely new environment, you're not gonna get it here. And if you're expecting a lot of different changes in the environment, honestly, you're probably not looking in the right place at this point. But hey, I'm telling you that right now. You'll also notice something a little bit different here. I'm flying. Yes, one of the new elements of this game is flying, which adds a lot to the game, in fact. In particular, like collecting the clusters in order to get, boost for powers is a lot funner with the flying ability, because especially when you get control of it and know how to use it, it is rather fun to use. Going down, you can get speed boost to go back up. You can flap to get a little bit of a speed boost as you go along. As you see, I have 3 flaps right now. You can upgrade that. And it honestly is enjoying. It's a lot of enjoyment can be gotten out just relaxing and trying to pick up as many of these things as possible at this point. So I do enjoy the flying mechanic that they've added. Now, with that said, some people may get frustrated with the initial learning curve of it. It's not as simple as maybe I make it look. You gotta sort of get used to it at this point. And I'm gonna take out this spire here. Guns. All right, well, so a lot of the same elements are in play here in terms of the missions in question. Again, you had something similar like this in Saints Row 4, where you had to take over control points and, sort of take out key parts of the city. Here I'm ripping out the Spire's heart. So there are still these collectible missions and things like that. Nothing new there. There is a lot carried over there. Now, not to say that isn't fun. I'm still enjoying myself, and especially with some of the new weaponry. What do I mean? Well, let's get some battles here going. Let's go find some baddies to deal with. In fact, we have a survival mission right here. This is perfect. Oh, wow, diversion is available? Okay, yeah, the diversion being that armored car that I could take care of. My SMG there, locusts, very similar, but the animation makes it seem a little bit different. I also have this chair that I can fire millions of bullets from. I don't have a lot of ammo for it right now, unfortunately, so that makes it a little bit difficult to show you guys. I am not in a good place here because I'm low on ammo and low on a lot of things. So I'm gonna sort of make my way out and try to find an ammo shop. Let's do that right now. Yeah, right there. The ammo shops in question are actually dispensaries, I believe. So let me go, it should be right here. It should be like a vending machine of some sort. Yeah, there it is. All right, so let's buy and upgrade our ammo here. You have Omega, Spiked Bat, or the God's Hammer. You've got, your basic pistol or a hand crossbow at this point. Similar things. Diamond Sting, you don't have enough wages. Yeah, there are 7 deadly weapons there. They have different effects, and I have one of them that I will be showing you in a little bit. I'm gonna upgrade my shotgun here a little bit, and chair. Yeah, I mean, you definitely have to upgrade the chair. I mean, come on, it's a lazy boy with gun turrets on it. Of course I need to upgrade it. All right. Let's just buy some ammo here because I want to show you guys more about the game than just me going through menus. Yeah. There we go, and we're good. All right. Oh, hey, how you doing?
Never should have fucked with me.
Oh, by the way, this has a limited range in terms of going up and down with its regular miniguns, but it also has missiles, which is hilarious fun. Again, a lot of these weapons are designed to be just hilarious in nature, and I really do enjoy that. Oh, big guy. I've got a big notoriety, and thus these guys come out, which I probably shouldn't be using this gun for. Or that gun, because I don't have a lot of people around me. Now, power-wise, you have 4 basic powers. You have your blast power, which starts as stone, which turns the enemy to stone, so you have a little bit more time to play along with it. Oh, good. I played as Gat as much as everybody else. You're gonna show me every minute, really? I don't think you're gonna do that, but all right, cool, whatever. All right, second is summon, which I can summon imps to do my bidding, which in this case, they just sort of fly at an enemy and sort of explode at them. Third is the stomp, like in the first game. And fourth is an aura. Cold fire does damage by nearby enemies. There are also additional attributes you can find in the world that will give you other abilities at this point, such as for the aura, that it will give you some health steal at this point. Very nice. Okay, this guy's really doing some damage to me at this point, but, you know, doesn't have a health bar for some reason. Oh, I got this hammer here too, which is sort of cool. Combat does have a little bit more reliance on guns. One of the things, especially early on, one of the things I noticed about the first game was that your combat abilities in terms of your melee were very, very strong, even early on, and that really sort of screwed things up in terms of the gunplay. There is definitely an emphasis on gunplay here. In addition, there is this gun that I picked up. The Ark of the Covenant. What does that do? Let me suck up some souls, and then, hey,
Oh, I feel much better.
makes them disappear and does some explosions. Gotta love it. All right. What else about the game? Well, the story. So, like I mentioned before, your boss has been kidnapped by the devil. Jezebel, which is his daughter, sort of needs, he wants her to settle down, basically. So he chose the boss to do it. She doesn't exactly want to marry the boss. In fact, there's a whole comical sequence regarding, well, let's just show you a part of that sequence. Here, let me show you.
To me, I'm giving you away. Your blood will not save you. My hand will be cruel if you disobey. You belong to me.
Never. I'm sick of perdition, so tired of tradition, but now my time has come to go break away, to live for today, to stand out beneath the sun. I know there has to be some way for me to be free, just living a life that's far from the strife and torturous pain.
All right? Yeah, that's the kind of humor that you should expect from this game. And in that retrospect, it really, really works for me. I mean, I was laughing during that entire point. It works. It works rather well, and most of it works. Your follower missions, you know, Shakespeare, the entire portion of his first mission, hilarious. The way that he was sort of bringing it as a DJ, sort of, you know, commenting on what was going on. Very good. Vlad the Impaler, even not less so, but you know, still definitely worked. Being stuck in a prison and listening to Child's music all day long. There's a lot of social commentary under the wings here, which I think rather works. So again, more of the same, but really, really works in terms of that. Now, let's go do a mission. Let us try to do a mission at least. I'm getting really sick of those missiles. Upgrades and the arcane are still as they were before. You pay with upgrades via money. Upgrades are reasonable. They actually do make a difference in terms of gameplay. Stamina bar, for example, very important in this portion. As well as your arcane, which will upgrade your abilities, such as your summons. I can detonate them, summon recharge, decrease the time. Yes, please. Gives you real incentive to look through the world and try to find things. Let's try to do, okay, let's take out an extraction facility and try to do one of Dane's loyalty missions here, which you will recognize from the previous game. Yes, you're sort of a ally now, even though you guys are both really working on different sides of it. There is a benefit for both of you at this point. So let's go do this mission. The extraction mission is a control point like mission here to open up the section here. So that's a new element that was added here. So capture points. I have to capture the points and I have to hold these points too. So let's take this point and then let's walk off of it and you'll see what I'm talking about. You see how it's being controlled again? Somebody's on it. Not anymore. Now it's mine. So, again, a big difference in terms of the gameplay in question. Somebody's taking it already. That sucks. But does add a new element to it because you have to pay attention to what's really going on around you at this point, even though it's more annoying more than anything else. And stomp. Still love the stomp power. One of the funnest moves in the game. Nope, you're not taking that. You're not taking that. New enemy types like this guy where you have to break the shield. You know, different, sort of, kind of. It is a little bit more of the same-ish elements though. Nothing entirely new. Where did that guy go? No. You're gonna take a shotgun shells to the face. And we're gonna deal with that a little bit. Missiles. Yeah, I love the chair gun. That's one of the side missions that you get. So, you're still alive? Really? There we go. Stone breaks his element. There we go. There we go. So yeah, combat's still fun, especially if you haven't played a Saints Row game. I would recommend trying it if this looks fun to you, because it is. I mean, this is just good, stupid fun, and sometimes games nowadays sort of forget that. I admit, I am really enjoying myself. It took me a little bit longer to sort of get my opinion on this first impression, mostly because I was like, is this going to be different enough for me? Well, it may not actually be different enough, but it still feels fun, and that's the biggest part of it. This is just good, stupid fun. And I think people sort of forget about that in games where it's just like, oh, it's got to be completely different. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to be completely different. It would be nice if it added a lot of new elements to it, that's for sure. But it definitely puts fun over everything else, which I think is majorly important, like I just said. Take those souls, you go by. And especially some of these more powerful guns are really fun to use. Really fun to use. All right, let's take the second control point here. Tasks. A lot of the same tasks. You do have newer tasks such as the flying, like flying through elements that would be similar to, you know, driving around with cars. And that, I mean, there's not a lot of variety there. Again, some of the classics do return. Insurance fraud. Insurance fraud is now replaced by torment, which is basically the same thing. It's just that you're sort of trying to get years off a person's sentence rather than money at this point. And you see that little element there, that's Dex. You can finally kill Dex. Everybody wanted to kill Dex. Well, you can kill Dex now.
Come on. Yeah.
I don't remember what these guys... Well, I'm not sure what these guys are. But I can still do these things. Yep, you can still do them. Now, there is a little bit of a weird section on them. The animations for those portions seem like really off. I don't know what it is. Like, it seems like things slow down when they're involved, and I don't understand that. Especially because it's not anything new. This is using Gat's model, and he's using knives now, which... There's something down there? I think that's a glitch. In terms of glitches, there have been a couple in this game, like nothing major. More so comical, like seeing Kenzie sort of like glide along at one point to get into a car. But I haven't had anything horribly game-breaking, except maybe that. But, you know, I've had fun with it otherwise. Story's still good. Honestly, this is just more of the same, but twisted enough where I think that it really does make a difference to how to play and how enjoyable it is. So let's do a loyalty mission here for Mr. Dane.
Voltor's moving into the territory you freed up, and we're already seeing a difference. I can't wait to see what happens when we own it all. You might want to swing by the old Tor building. There's someone here you need to meet.
On my way.
I'm right here.
Emboldened by the power of song, Jezebel set out to find the one man that could save her from her impending nuptials.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately for her, Johnny's trail of destruction wasn't too hard to follow.
I mean, who wouldn't like the destruction that he's left?
One night with any lover, but you have to punch a panda. Do you do it?
Ooh.
Mr. Gat?
Who are you?
Well, I'm
We're not doing that again.
Oh, okay. I'm Jezebel.
Good to know.
What are you doing?
Threatening you. You're not marrying the president.
I don't want to marry the president.
Wow. That was easier than I thought.
My dad's making me do it. What now?
Now I'm holding you hostage.
You don't need to do this.
Yeah, that's what hostages always say.
No, like, you really don't need to do this. I'm here to help you.
Yeah, but I already have the gun drawn, so,
Are you kidding me?
maybe. Not sure yet. I'm kinda winging it.
Can you wing it without the gun?
Yeah, it's a comfort thing.
Not for me.
What do you want?
For you to put the gun down.
Get used to disappointment.
This is a good representation of
He's always telling me that life is about misery, not happiness. That dreams only exist to make people forget about their own mediocrity.
Man, that's depressing.
Being the devil's daughter sucks.
What do you want?
I want to punch my dad in the face.
We're gonna get along just fine.
Of course.
And that is a good representation of the story.
But
I
Johnny
think that's perfect in this point.
Jezebel was eager to help Johnny in any way she could, and vowed to find a way to sneak him into the palace.
So, yeah, this is
Johnny
definitely
found the seemingly
worth
arbitrary
your
amount of
money,
time
in my
required for
opinion.
Jezebel to find a
In
way
my
to sneak him
opinion.
in.
Now,
But
I've shown you a good amount of the
being
game and what the
without
powers
traditional
are
missions,
and what's
this
going
was the
on.
best way
So
to
I
further
hope
the
that
story.
gives you an understanding of what kind of stuff that you're looking towards in terms of this game. Honestly, if you loved Saints Row, this is more of the same. It's worth your money. If you didn't, you probably won't like this. But the story does sort of do stuff for me.
Get your hands off me, you fucking troglodyte!
We have your friends, mortal.
Oh, more missions. But anyway, this is Dragnix signing out here. I hope you got a good first impressions from this and got something to work with in terms of the gameplay and the footage that I showed you. I will put a little bit more I'll put a second take in terms of a little bit more footage on the channel after I go through the rest of the game at this point, but I want to get my first impressions out there for people who are really thinking about and getting sort of wondering about whether or not to get the game or not. But this is Dragnix signing out. If you do like this content, you know, hit that like button because it helps me out. And if you do have any more questions that I would be more than willing to answer, leave them below and I will definitely answer them for you. I do try to answer them every day. Sometimes it doesn't, you know, sometimes I miss a day or two. It happens. And if you like more content like this, you know, hit that subscribe button. Again, trying to make a career of this. Doing some work for TechRaptor, but I am sort of doing this on my own time right now. Made a bunch of money, and I'm trying to make a new career, so it would help me out. All right, this is Dragnix signing out. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and keep on gaming. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have a chance, leave some feedback and comments below. If you liked the video, hit that like button. And if you want more content like this, hit that subscribe button. This is Dragnix signing off, hoping that gaming brings as much fun to you as it does for me.